Well, welcome to the Eastern Division Championship. Firebirds Extra pregame continues right here on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Kevin Fitzgerald here with you, alongside Bobby Poyner, left-hander out of Florida. You had a tremendous start back in the first-round series against the Harwich Mariners. First pitch is coming up tonight here at Veterans Field at 7 o'clock. I mean, we were just talking about it before. How fired up are these guys to continue this playoff run now against a team in Chatham, 1-2 in the East?
Yeah, no, everybody's really excited. I mean, anytime you get a chance to win a ring, that doesn't come around very often. So I know everybody's real excited, and, Kelly brought out his ring from 05 the other day. So I'm excited. Everybody's real pumped up.
In round one against Harwich, the pitching staff was terrific. You had a great start. Game 3, Jared Miller goes 7 shutout innings. Is that just from watching it in the dugout and then assessing your own performance? Is this the best maybe 3-game span, or is this the sharpest the pitching staff has looked all season long?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's throwing well. Kelly, earlier in the season, he didn't extend the pitchers so that we could late in the season, and that's why Jared and I are both able to go 7 innings. Bullpen's been great. Brian Clark, he did great the other night. Matt Troop came in, threw a good 2 innings for us. And, I mean, all around, I think we're going to be good going into this series and the next, hopefully.
I'm glad you brought that up, as it's Bobby Poyner here joining us in the Firebirds Extra pregame show. You only went maybe 5 innings max throughout the first half of the season or so. How much did that help you, though, your latter half of the season, especially into the playoffs when you went 7 strong in Game 2, that you didn't overextend yourself early in the season, and now when it's playoff time, you guys can go as long as you possibly can?
Well, it just helps. I mean, anytime that, you can keep an arm fresh, it makes a huge difference. You're not as tired late in the game, especially later in the season when, it's really taxing on your arm after all those pitches and innings.
Let's talk about your game specifically. You went 7 strong in Game 2. That was a 4-3 victory that forced a Game 3 that you guys eventually won at Eldridge Park. What was working for you most on the mound? Was that the most dominant you felt on the rubber this season?
Yeah, I felt really good. I mean, I really felt that I was able to get ahead of my fastball early for the most part. And then, Slayball and I, we did a good job mixing and played great defense, didn't make any errors, which was awesome.
He's the Florida left-hander. It's Bobby Poyner joining us on the Firebirds Extra pregame show. First pitch is coming up at 7 o'clock right here at Veterans Field. It's Game 1 of the Eastern Division Championship. And what's the one pitch that you think throughout this Cape League season you think you've developed the most, when you head back to Florida? What pitch would that be?
Well, I definitely developed like a true slider. Coming in here, I was fastball, changeup, curveball guy, and Brownie and I worked, and we developed a true slider. It's a little bit harder, and I've been able to use that a lot in my last 2 starts, and had a true 4-pitch mix, which was awesome. You
said it was really working in Game 2, especially against Harwich. You're without catcher Riley Moore. You mentioned Colin Slayball before, the catcher that caught you in Game 2. Riley went down with an injury. You guys had some great chemistry throughout the the regular season. It's difficult to see him go down. How well did you guys work together on the as battery mate?
Yeah, I mean, Riley and I we were always on the same page with calling pitches, and you never want to see anybody get hurt. Riley's a great catcher, and we had like I said, you had a good chemistry behind the plate. Always were on the same page with calling pitches, but I believe that was Slayball's 3rd game catching me. So Slayball's great. I couldn't complain about Harwich. So.
It's Game 1 today, the Eastern Division Championship right here at Veterans Field. Bobby Poyner, the left-hander out of Florida, joining us on the Firebirds Extra pregame show. Like I said, we have Game 1 tonight. You faced this team earlier in the season. Corey just faced these guys a week ago. Is there anything you talked to him specifically about this roster that you remember, from top to bottom in the order?
Yeah, I mean, they got some really good players. Joe, really good hitter. Dante Flores, really good hitter. You just got a couple guys that you got to be careful with, but for the most part, attack, get ahead low, and hopefully good things happen. That's
definitely the recipe for success today. Game 1 here at Veterans Field coming up minutes away. Bobby Poyner here joining us on the Firebirds Extra pregame show. Great stuff in round 1 of the series, and good luck to the team today. Thanks, Bob.